Hello and welcome back to MFAC Coaching. This week I'm going to show you how I decorate my Doodleberry Greasy PPW planner. Just think this is a gorgeous planner. This is the monthly spread. I've already done this one. These stickers are all planning in blue jeans. The planner comes with this gorgeous bookmark. The bookmark and the covers are all handmade, so everyone's a little different. And I'm just going to show you how I decorate the weekly spreads. And I will talk a little bit more about being daring. So with that, let's get on with that. I am going to do an Easter spread, again with stickers and things from Planning in Blue Jeans. Planning in Blue Jeans is one of the shops that I do PR for, but I would use their stickers even if I wasn't doing PR for them. Part of the reason I'm doing PR for them is because I love their stickers. They had Easter stickers, like specific for Easter. They have lots of different Easter sets. This is being one of them. But I wanted to do more of an Easter morning, that feeling of newness, that rejoice for those who are Christian and remembering that Easter is this triumph over the face of death. And just what that means for the faith. And so I have this beautiful, it's actually a fairy garden set. I have used quite a few stickers from it already, but I love the colors. They're kind of like pastel without being your traditional pastel palette. And so like almost a winter pastel, I don't know, but they're just gorgeous. And they, like, while there's not purple in this, I'm gonna cut off this part and use it some way, somehow. And then I have this, this is just construction paper in very fun colors. I don't even know, construction's not even the right word. It's literally just printer paper in different colors. And I thought they would be a very fun morning scene. So let's see how I can put these together. This is my work planner, which means I put down the things that I have scheduled for work and what I need to be focusing on in my 9-to-5 job. In my 9-to-5 job, I am a student advisor. And so for the most part, my focus is just on, making sure students are enrolled, making sure they've logged into their classes, those things. So I just have to focus on what we're doing, who I need to call, things like that. And then students make appointments with me and I want to make sure I'm available. All right, so I have two ideas here. One of them is, again, I kind of want to cut at least part of this. I want to cut this part out and have it kind of growing, maybe like off the side. I think that would be really pretty. And then I want to do like a little scene here, little earth, sky, and sun. I really only need 5 of these days. So if I can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday or Saturday, and it will be just fine. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do it. It's like having two conflicting ideas at the same time, which is throwing me off a bit. It's like I want to do this as like mountains. I want that to I want the blue sky behind it and do a little sunrise over the mountains. All right. And then coming off the earth is this tree off the side. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. So, my Patreon group, since I'm always talking about it, and I'm just going to lean into that. So hopefully that's okay with you. We're talking about daring. And one of the things that has got me thinking about daring, or like what the emotion of daring is it's in the joyful quadrant if you look at emotions wheels, which I find really fascinating. Because for me, at least, joy does not usually come in terms of facing fear. Like, I'm not a big person who loves scary movies. I don't love the feeling of fear and overcoming it. It's just not something that, like, traditionally brings me a lot of joy. At the same time, I have to recognize that I do enjoy a challenge. When things are too easy, like most people, I just get kind of bored and over it and uninvested if it's too easy. And so there is this like space in between fearfulness that I don't enjoy and challenge that I do enjoy. And I find like one of the things that I really find enjoyable about planning in particular is the fact that it is in some ways a challenge to create these spreads that I'm gonna like. Because I don't, like, while in some ways I could say this is, like, I'm somewhat ritualized, in the sense that I know I'm going to have 6 planners each week. I'm going to do it on a theme, blah, blah, blah. But let's be honest, like, I don't know what I'm going to do each week. There's a little, like, am I going to like what I do each week? Some things I really like. Some things, I haven't been as thrilled by. All right. So I'm trying to think, okay, how do I want the green? I want the green to be the earth and the blue to be this guy. Surprise. So I'm just trying to figure out what shape do I want, like, the earth to be in. I don't think I want a traditional mound. I want essentially maybe all of this to be blue. So maybe I'll just put the blue down there. I'm trying to decide how I can, like, if I need to draw. Okay, one thing at a time. Let's go from here down. Just eyeballing this. This is not going to be some form of perfection. I, in some ways, wish I was someone who really likes the precision, but I'm just not. That type of precision is just not my focus for my planner. But I love people who make those like super precise and gorgeous spreads. But so when it comes to daring, there is just something daring about making so many spreads. Well, just making any spread, really. Because you don't know, unless you're copying somebody else's, and even then, like, you just don't know what's going to come from it. So there's a little bit of challenge there every week. And I really, really have learned that I love that little bit of challenge every week. Oops. There we go. So, big fan of the challenge. And it just makes me feel daring. And that's my form of daring. Like, that's enjoyable for me, is to feel daring in that particular way. And so, other people can, like, they enjoy feeling daring by doing maybe like physical activities or other challenges, physical challenges. And that's great. Like, if you're someone who finds, oh, you know what? Anyway. But anyway, sorry. I was trying to keep the lines on the same side of the paper and did not succeed, I don't think. It's all right, they'll erase. But yeah, so I really just find this idea that there are, like, we can all experience daring, but we might feel it in different ways for different things. But, like, when I started my studies of daring, so to speak, I really thought I would just be like, I'm not daring. I don't have that as part of my personality. And then I realized, like, because it's an emotion, which means it's definitely should be in the repertoire somewhere, that maybe I do have a bit more daring in me than I was at first really willing to commit to or admit to. And so I would be really fascinated to hear what you think about daring. Do you think you are a daring person? And do you enjoy being daring? And if you thought you didn't, have I helped change your mind in any way, shape, or form? Do you now think that maybe there's some daring that you might, some ways you might be daring that you originally weren't willing to admit to? If you're someone who is super afraid of failure, because you have that negative self-talk, most likely that tells you how often you're failing. That's usually our problem. Can you find new ways to think about daring that might help you with your fear of failure? Because maybe it's not so, maybe failure can be reframed as you working to face some fears and being successful in that. All right, look at that, blue sky. Okay, now I think I want to do like 3 mountains. So we're just gonna try, yeah. And do like hillside. All right, but I want to All right, I have no idea if I'm going to end up really liking this or not, but that's all right. But yeah, so I think I've mentioned this here on this channel before, but like that you can think of failure or the word fail as your first attempt in learning, so that you reframe the idea of failure as just learning something and not as being unsuccessful. A lot of people find some benefit to asking themselves what really is the worst thing that could happen. This, by the way, is a Quickie glue pen. That's what's helping me get into the little crevices. Yeah. And so for some people, when it comes to the first attempt in learning, you can kind of help yourself remember that failure. It's better to have, you know, not been successful and tried than to not have tried at all. All right. So there's my mountain. There's my first one. I want to put, I think, another one here and then another one here. I have this guy that I want to put maybe up here. I want it up there a little. Yes, I think. I want it to look more like a branch. So I think I'm going to cut this off. Could do it like this way. So then that way it looks more like a, as I say, more like a branch coming off from mountains in the background. Which is kind of more of what I'm going for here. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Seriously, how can such a small little space be, I don't want to say difficult, because I'm really enjoying, I love trying it, but it's like I have a vision, but trying to make that vision real is not always easy. And knowing it might not work, I think is kind of a part of being daring, right? Like that's part of what makes things scary. But the doing it, even when you don't know, even when you're unsure, I think that's part of what makes it so joyful. I think what's throwing me off is that if you do the exact same color green, okay, new idea. Let's throw in another shade of green. That way it'll look like it's actually in the background. Look at that. Okay, but also this is gonna be like in the way. Okay. I'm glad that came off as easily as it did. I didn't know how difficult construction paper was gonna be. But it is more difficult than I thought. Okay, let's try again with a different corner. You guys are probably laughing at me right now because there's probably so much a better way to do this. I just can't think of it. And yeah, I'm guessing you guys are like, whoa, she's making this way harder than it needs to be. Which definitely sounds like me. You might have to do a little bit of imagining with me. It is, I don't know how perfect that is, but that's okay. I'm still thinking about failure and how we can face it, how scary failure is, and how often our fear of failure has more to do with ourselves and less to do with really much of anything else. More to do with what we believe our limitations are and less to do with what actually are our limitations. And so often, I think the reason that we enjoy daring is because there was that piece of us that wasn't sure we can do it. And when you're not sure you can do something, and then you prove even to yourself that you can, that always feels good. Like that's just freaking cool. Now we need just a little tiny sun. All this for a sunrise, my friends. All of this for a sunrise. Let's see how this goes. Like, I think I was smart. Like, I was like, oh, you should start from the background and then work your way forward. Like, that's why I did the blue first. And yet I didn't think about that for, like, the rest. I got so focused on mountains I didn't think about the fact that like you would put the sun down and then build that around it. So, yeah. That would have probably been the wiser way. But I did not do things in the wisest way. And that's okay. I'm all right with that. This is a lot of work for what may or may not actually end up looking like a real mountainside. All right. I have this white pen here. I'm just going to add a little dazzle there so you are more likely to recognize that that is the sun. All right. Now, I have these beautiful stickers with days of the week and numbers, which is really fun. So we're going to use these to the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They are always the perfect size. I don't know what size they're actually meant for, but I love how well they fit in this box. And then the dates are also really awesome. There we go. Because they fit right there. Oh, but wait. I'm doing them as though this is tomorrow, and that is not correct. Hold on. Ooh. I don't want to lose the number. Okay. Well, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, so this would be 25. Hope that's right. Hope I did that math because I'm not looking at a calendar. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you are all screaming at me by now. I love this little deer, so I want to put him, and I think I want to cut him out too, and just put him on the mountainside. He's so cute. I just have to decide exactly which mountain I want him on. Ah! Okay. Do I want him over here? I think I want him looking at the sun. So we're going to put him here at the top. He's tall. He's at the top. He's looking at the sun come in. That's in the background. That is our cute little Bambi. Oh my gosh. How cute is Bambi? And then I do want to just yeah, maybe decorate a little bit of the rest up here. I think these, they have these boxes that are just so much fun. I might actually put one down here just because it blends in with the mountain, which I think is a lot of fun. It kind of takes away from the mountainous though, so I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. Okay. I will put this here. Put that. Put one over here. I do like having those. I think I do want to put this here. I just want to also... oops. Cut it like it was part of the mountain. then I do want to, I think, emphasize this box, as I think that will help clarify the situation. There we go. I don't know, I kind of wish I hadn't done that particular line, but that's okay. Well, we're going to emphasize the box more. I think that will actually help. There we go. Sometimes you're trying to help and it doesn't always feel like you're actually helping, but that's okay. All right. So yeah, I think I will add a little, like a happy Easter here with some pens. I think I might just call that done. Might do one more. I always do that. I'm like, I'm going to call that done. And then I add something else every time. All right. How cute. Okay. Let me do these final things. Punch it, cut it, and then I'll be right back to show you the final product. I just cut Bambi in half. I didn't realize that. Eek. It's all right. It's not... This video is feeling more and more daring, but daring because it's not going the way I really want it to. It's all right. It's all right. I don't know, guys. I mean, in some ways, it's really cute that our little deer is right inside. In other ways, I wish he was kind of like on one side or the other. I don't know. I don't know if it worked. You can tell me what you think. I think it was a fun idea. Yeah, I don't know. I'm laughing. All right. Well, I think it was daring. I think it was fun. I don't know how well I think it worked, and but that's okay. It was yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today. I do encourage you to have fun with construction paper. Don't be afraid, but to start from the back and work your way forward, which I started to do and then got totally confused by. So, have a great week. I will be back on Wednesday, actually, for a discussion, for a loop group video about green for March. How perfect is that? I look forward to telling you my take on green, and I'll go from there. All right. Have a great week. I will see you Wednesday. Bye.